The quiet architects of wealth, the ultra-wealthy, those with fortunes exceeding $15 million, often defy expectations. A study originally commissioned by a global banking conglomerate sought to uncover the desires of these financial giants. What emerged instead was a revelation about their habits, far removed from the anticipated opulence. Picture an event designed to impress. A luxurious loft with views of a glittering skyline. A feast of artisanal cheeses, rare smoked fish, and vintage wines, bottles from 1968 and 1975, each a treasure. The guests, however, arrived unswayed. One, a self-made titan in his 70s with a logistics empire, bypassed the extravagance for rye whiskey and cheap beer. Others followed suit, nibbling plain breadsticks while the lavish spread sat untouched. The lesson was clear. Assumptions of grandeur miss the mark. The foundation of prosperity, encounters with millionaires now take a different shape. Simple offerings like black coffee, soda, draft beer, bourbon, and roast beef sliders replace excess. Small gestures like a cash honorarium or a stuffed toy for their grandkids resonate more than ostentation. Wealth isn't measured by flashy watches or roaring engines. It's carved through restraint. The guiding principle of the affluent can be summed up in 3 words: thrifty, thrifty, thrifty. Thrift, defined as the prudent use of resources, stands in contrast to excess, a trap that drains fortunes. While media celebrates spendthrifts, like athletes flaunting multi-million-dollar salaries, the reality diverges. A 32-year-old earning $8 million annually should, by a conservative estimate, hold $25 million in wealth. Yet few do. Lavish homes and private jets often leave them rich in title, not in substance. Fewer than 7,000 of America's 120 million households reach that income level, 1 in 17,000, and most millionaires cross the 7-figure threshold later in life, after decades of disciplined living. The unseen builders. The average millionaire lacks the glamour of a TV special. Consider a hardware store owner in her late 50s, managing a dozen outlets with a steady hand. Her suburban life, modest home, practical car, belies a net worth exceeding $3 million, placing her among the top percentile nationwide. To outsiders, she's unremarkable, her thrift and diligence at odds with a culture craving instant rewards. Her story might unsettle those chasing consumption over capital, resonating only with kindred spirits who value the grind over the glitz. Imagine a broadcast daring to feature her. Here's a millionaire. Ask about her habits. The questions roll in, and the answers surprise. Clothing. Practical over pricey. What's the most spent on an outfit? Someone asks. The response, $450, covering a suit for an anniversary, plus attire for family. Half of millionaires cap wardrobe spending at this level. 1 in 10 peaks at $220, and only 1 in 10 exceeds $200. Self-made types lean lower, around $400, while heirs might nudge towards $700. The $2,000 custom threads? More often bought by middle earners, teachers, consultants, execs, betting on style to signal success. Durability, not dazzle, drives the wealthy. Discount chains often suffice where pedigreed tailors don't. Footwear, function, beats, flash. And shoes? Another shrugs. $160 tops the list for half, with a quarter staying under $120, and 1 in 10 hitting $400. For every millionaire in that higher bracket, 9 non-millionaires foot the bill, chasing trends over stability. The mogul with $75,000 worth of exotic boots grabs headlines, but $160 loafers deliver freedom without fanfare. Watches. Time, not triumph. Surely a watch shows wealth? Not quite. $280 marks the ceiling for half, $110 for a quarter, and $1,500 for a rare few. Mortgage-free homes and funded college accounts outweigh wristbound status. The crowd might crave sparkle, but the affluent prioritize substance. The rarity of restraint. Why so few climbed this level? Most chase consumption, not accumulation. Even high earners falter, favoring showy homes over savings. Neighbors might scoff at a modest van, missing the multi-million-dollar nest egg behind it. The path to wealth hinges on three questions often, answered affirmatively by millionaires. Were their parents frugal? Are they savers? Is their partner thriftier still? In many cases, one spouse earns while the other guards the purse, a tandem effort that fortifies rather than fractures. The penny-pinching powerhouse. Take a couple where one hands over $10 million in stock post-IPO. The response? A quiet, thanks, amid coupon clipping at the kitchen table. Decades of lean habits paved their ascent. High incomes stumble without such restraint. Auctioneers, for instance, 40% millionaires, thrive younger than urban peers, spending less on homes and shunning luxury cars. Their expertise in buying low, vintage tractors, storefronts, keeps wealth growing, fueled by lessons from others' losses. Pillars of plenty. Four traits stand out among the prosperous: budgeting, tracking spending, setting goals, and planning ahead. More millionaires plan finances than don't. Most know their daily costs, set clear targets, and ponder the future. Habits that triple their edge over spenders. A knack for spotting value, like rare clocks or untapped markets, doubles as their strength. The spendthrift's pitfall contrast. This with a high earner clawing past humble roots, $280,000 a year funneled into cars, boats, and a $6,000 watch. Net worth lags at $600,000, half his peers driven by fear and debt. A parental legacy of earning to spend, decades of small indulgences over investment, casts a long shadow. Redirecting even 20% of that spree could rewrite the outcome. The tax dodge millionaires often draw minimal income from their wealth, 6.5% or less, sidestepping heavy taxes. A $300,000 earner with little saved pays steeply. A $4 million holder with diverse streams pays a fraction. The ultra-rich, think billions, realize just 8%, taxing a sliver of their pile. Business owners live leaner still, reinvesting to keep fortunes intact, leaving revenue collectors grasping at mirages. The cost of status. High-end suburbs erode wealth faster. Higher income realization there signals spending, not saving. A $120,000 earner in a $450,000 home shoulders triple the advised mortgage load. A $240,000 house with a lighter loan frees cash to compound. Simplicity outpaces status every time.